Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video about Gundams that I like from the Gundam series, in no particular order, trying to remember them from memory without going over any Wikipedia pages or anything like most other people do. And now we've got to the Zabanya from the Double O movie, Awakening of the Trailblazer. So I think I should start this off in a certain fashion. I've always liked the sniper style suits from Double O, and specifically I remember when the internet mourned Lockon Stratos, more or less. It seemed like that anyway at the time, when Lockon eventually dies to Ali Al-Sashes in the first part of Double O, the first season. And that really hit me hard, because the Dynamos as a design was really cool. You'll notice in these videos there are always one thing that I like in these mobile suits more than anything else, and that I'll talk about. And for Dynamos, the way that it showed off its ability with its extended generator to snipe into orbit in one of the really early episodes was really cool to me, because it takes the concept of sniping and then takes it to its absolute extreme, or at least I thought that would be its extreme at the time. But the Dynamos was a really cool suit, and I really did like the fact that it was able to do long range and close range. Pretty cool, actually, like especially when it got its shield cloak with the Haros controlling the shield, and then Lockon being able to take things out at close range with his GM pistols and beam sabers. It was just a really cool design for me. I liked the movable sensor on the head. It really stood out compared to some of the other mobile suits that were in Double O. And then in the second season, we get the Cheridim or Keridim Gundam, depending on how you want to pronounce it, and that took Dynamos and give it a lot of different GN bits, and these were really cool because they could go ahead and do their own thing. They could be used as guns, they could be used as shields. It was a really cool idea because effectively it gave the suit a little bit more options when it came to combat. It could be a little bit more effective without actually needing to do anything itself, because those bits were controlled by a Haro, from what I remember anyway. Now, this is where we get to the Zabanya. The Zabanya is what I consider to be the ultimate end point to the Dynamos line of suits, in terms of taking the idea of being able to snipe to its maximum. There's always jokes about this suit in the comments section on YouTube, and how they made it a lot like the Strike Freedom, and how Lockon essentially just gained massive amounts of auto-aim. And it's kind of true, because the Zabanya's whole idea behind its design, and I don't mince words when I say this, is literally to snipe everything. Like, the Dynamos was able to snipe through orbit with its generator. The Zabanya is designed to snipe as many units as possible in one go. The way that it's designed is it's based on the Keridim heavy weapons type, where it has a bunch of different other GN bits attached to it for different scenarios, like blades and extra guns that it can use, like rifle bits. And the Zabanya has a lot more shield bits and a lot more rifle bits, which can be interchanged or used independently. It has two Haros to use all of these things, and then on top of that, it's got its two pistol bits, a bit like the Keridim. And it has an absolute ton of missiles all over it that could more or less give the heavy arms from Wing a run for its money in terms of how many missiles it's got on it. Like, almost every surface is a hidden missile bay, which is really stupid, but this thing is like really overpowered specifically for the movie. And when I say snipe everything, we get to see this happen quite a lot in the movie. We get to see the Zabanya go into engagements where it's it versus like 100 or more ELS mobile suits or just alien machines, and we get to see it sniping everything rapidly. we get to see scenes where it uses its pistols almost like submachine guns, similar to how the Keradim Saga would have its beam or GN submachine guns. We get to see the pistols being used as pistols and kind of as submachine guns before being combined with a couple of rifle bits to turn into dual-wielding sniper rifles. And then we also get to see the rifle bits fire independently at ridiculously long range, while the shield bits are also helping defend it. And we get to also see them combine all together to fire ridiculously large beam cannon sort of blasts. And I feel like this design specifically hits home with that whole idea that I like about certain suits, about being able to deal with multiple targets in one situation or at a time. Because the amount of firepower this thing lays down is absolutely absurd, but it's awesome to watch. We also get to see a really cool point at one part where it gets its arm blown off and uses its shield bits as kind of like a sort of like an Astray no-name cloak to defend that part of the suit. It's only there for a couple of frames, but you do get to see it, and it's really cool. But overall, I just like the way that this is used, how absurd it is, and its overall firepower is absolutely ridiculous. And it's just fun to watch. It's even more crazier when you think at one point that it has a Trans-Am system that is engaged, and then it just begins to indiscriminately fire at everything that's within range. The best part about this is it doesn't need the pilot to focus as much on targeting things, because the two Haros are doing the job for him. So you could say that Lockon is a little bit lazy compared to the original Lockon Stratos in terms of focusing more on the traditional type of sniping. This design is ridiculous. It's based on efficiency and destroying as many targets as possible incredibly quickly, and that's what I like about it. It's taking the design to its absolute extreme, making it absolutely absurd, and then just running with it, and the visual spectacle of it is absolutely insane. For anyone that's not seen the point of me uploading this video, Awakening of the Trailblazer, go watch it. A lot of people don't like it because of how it ends, but by God, the action sequences are amazing, especially with the 00 soundtrack playing in the background. I really do like the 00 soundtrack, including obviously everyone's favorite track, or almost everyone's favorite track from that, which is Fight. And it's either Fight or Final Battle, and I think the soundtrack fits really well with the battle that takes place with all of the mobile suits at the end. But seeing Zabanya just rain death down on everything is so much fun, and I really like this mobile suit because of it. Its color scheme stays the same, but it has a little bit more green in there. There are bits of white highlighting the suit all over the place. It's generally got a lot more bulkier in its design from its original sort of conception with Dynames. Dynames was a cool design which had bits of green here and there apart from its like cloak shield. But overall it was pretty slender and sleek. Keradim went to be a little bit more boxy, and this is like the end result of it being a ridiculously boxy, heavily armored, heavily armed Gundam that is just raining death down on anything. But yeah, what do you guys think about the Zabanya? What do you think about the Trailblazer film? Leave your comments down below. Thanks for any likes, and I'll see you next time. Bye!